The Local Show, featuring conversations with business owners, employees, and local business leaders about their successes, challenges, and reasons for doing business. Right here in Central New York. The Local Show is locally produced by Zoe Advertising. Now your hosts, Tom and Steve.
Welcome back and welcome in. This is hour number 2 of The Local Show. Get ready for riveting interviews with Shawn Dupree, the owner of Top Notch Roofing. Sev Ganella stops by. He's the owner of Clean All. And then Kevin Nichols is the vice president of Nichols Energy Solutions. And finally, we'll wrap things up with Maureen Davison, shelter director at Humane CNY. How we doing there, Steve?
We're right. Not all the interviews are riveting, Tom. Let's be honest.
Well, don't let people
you and
know
I
that.
are riveting.
You're not supposed to let people know that. Yeah.
Sometimes let's be honest, they're less riveting than riveting.
Yeah. Well,
are you hinting at something?
No. So we haven't introduced Shawn yet. So it would be riveting. You know, it's there are riveting people, and then there's Shawn. No, you're very, very riveting.
Shawn Dupree is with us right now, and he was riveting. You don't rivet shingles on, do you?
No.
I don't care if you're riveting. If someone needs a roof, you're the guy. I know that.
We do rivet sometimes when we do standing seam roofs.
Oh, okay. There you go. He's the owner of Top Notch Roofing. So, Shawn, I need to have you over to the house. So let's pretend that I'm just a regular person. You know.
Oh, you're not?
The little people that listen to us.
Okay.
Not a celebrity like I am.
Oh, yeah.
Let's pretend. You come over to the house, and I call you up and say, hey, Shawn, look, I was in my room, bedroom, and I'm looking up at the ceiling, and I've got some staining happening. And it started off, it was tiny. Now my wife said, hey, you know, that stain's growing a little bigger. And I said, oh my goodness, what could possibly be happening? The roof doesn't look that bad to me.
How old's the roof, Tom?
I think that I can't remember.
Like 20 years old?
Yeah, it's 20 years old. So, I mean, it's probably a 30-year roof, but, you know, nonetheless, it could be a ridge vent that's messed up, whatever. But above our bedroom, we have an attic. Sure. Okay, so you can go through my closet and get up there. I've been up there doing some electrical work. So, I don't know. So would you come over and go up in there and look and do, if somebody called you for stuff like this, do you charge them $1 million to go look around?
No, we'd come over and do those estimates for free.
Okay.
We'd get up in there and take a look and see if we can and find the source of the leak.
Yeah.
And then put together.
But like at a 20-year, the whole 30-year roof thing, I never quite understand why someone years ago picked 30 as a number for a roof age. But a 20-year, he's got 2/3 out of the roof. Beautiful home, great neighborhood.
Yeah. It's not like I'll be.
What tends to go wrong?
Well, it could be a lot of things. It could have been a blow off from a storm.
Mm-hmm.
It could be, like you said, it could be a ridge cap blew off. You could have got a hole in a valley. I don't know if your valleys are flashed or if you've got a California style valley.
What's a California style valley?
Where you overlap the shingles and you don't put metal in there.
Oh, okay.
Which is what more common what you see today, than what you used to see, where you would put aluminum flashing in the valleys and you would shingle over to them. That aluminum flashing can get holes in it.
But I need somebody I can trust, you know, and that's what I was hinting at is that, you know, you can call Shawn, and Shawn is going to be that person where you're not going to have to doubt that somebody's not going to look at the roof and go, well, you know, you got this little leak right here. You need a whole new roof. So right. $15,000.
Well, we'll pick on you. You may not be riveting, but you're very deliberate. And
he's honest.
Right. If you look at the reviews, anybody knows Shawn, it's like, you know what? Here's what we're dealing with. Here's what we're talking about. You're not like, oh, there's a sale today. There's none of that garbage. It's a process that you follow, right?
Yeah, and if we think that's something that we can fix, if it's something simple that can be fixed in a matter of an hour, replace a few shingles, see what the problem was, we would certainly do that, and it would be a minimal charge to do that, time and material. Basically, and we would never come over and say, hey, you got a little leak there, you just need to do the whole roof.
Right.
We wouldn't do that.
Because there are people who are, have less integrity.
Well, contractors, no offense, contractors listening, sometimes the stereotypical reputation they have is deserved. Tom, when you were rebuilding, hey, the contractor's coming over, and they don't show up.
Right. Oh,
how many times that happened?
100 times.
Right? Or they don't call, or they leave you hanging. Well, we're real busy, and and I get all of that. But you need someone you can trust in that space.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
great.
we hear that a lot from people. Are you going to show up? We get that question a lot.
Isn't that a crazy
because-
question? But
It
it's
is.
true.
No, it is true. And, and we also have a construction company, outside of the roofing side of the business. We have a full-blown commercial construction business. And we hear that on both sides of it, not just with the roofing, but with all the other
And I was
stuff.
in that building you renovated, a few months ago. Holy smokes! When they took an old factory building that had was probably 150 years old. How was the building?
Yeah, it was built in the 1800s.
Okay, and it is A++ space. The way that the light, the rafters, the windows, the doors. You just walk in, you feel like working.
We tried to preserve a lot of the old style of that building to give it that old feel, because it is a part of the history here in Syracuse. It was part of the Erie Canal system. That was what it was originally built for.
Yeah, I mean, just if you have it, we'll talk a little bit more. But 920-7949.
Correct.
They, if you've got some roofing questions, or geez, can I do something before winter? Well, it's almost winter. Can I do, or just have questions or a quote? The 920-7949. Sean. So what's been going on? What you been? I know you got some big projects done, and there's things going in and out of the area, right?
Yeah, we got the phone is still ringing pretty heavy for roofing. Everybody's trying to get that last push before we get that little bit of winter that we get nowadays.
How late will you work into the cold season?
We'll work right through the winter. If
good.
we get some decent days, if we get a couple sunny days in the 40s, 50s, we'll do a roof.
Right.
Nice.
So if someone is used to getting ice jams, other than getting rid of the ice jams or shoveling the roof, is there anything they can do preemptively, or they got to kind of suck it up?
Insulation. You got to check your insulation and airflow. Those are the two biggest reasons for ice dams.
But even on a new roof, if it's not insulated, they could have issues. Is that what you're saying?
Absolutely. A new shingle or new metal on a roof won't prevent ice dams.
Okay.
That if you have large ice buildup, you have to look into other reasons why. You have heat loss, and that's what causes the ice buildup.
Yeah, I know back when I had the house, Tom, it was cleaning the gutters was a pain in the neck, but that was one thing I did. And I wasn't Mr.
Did you
Fixie,
really?
but yeah, that was one thing I'm like, because if the water's not flowing there, if there's leaves, I live in Oak Ridge Terrace, lots of trees, lots of leaves. But if I kept that out, that seemed to help the ice build up in the different things, and it would drain out. It certainly was. And if I didn't, I didn't do it one year, and boy, I was sorry about that. But of course, I had anybody listening have a roof rake? I had the whole roof rake thing.
Yeah.
It was flipping awful.
Oh yeah,
It was awful.
They're not a lot of fun.
Nope. So, anything else people should know about maintaining a roof?
You should just have them inspected every once in a while. Make sure you're not missing shingles, because you can certainly have shingles missing and not know it and not leak. So if your roof's getting up there in age, if you're 20, 25 years old or older, it doesn't hurt to have somebody come and just take a look.
What about cleaning the roof? Do you do that kind of
We
service?
do that as well. Yeah.
And what does that involve?
It's a low pressure cleaning system that we use to remove all the organic growth, get all the things that will decompose your roof faster off from the roof.
Right. So if people want to see things, they can certainly go to Top Notch Roofing CNY. You got to put the CNY on there. There's a Top Notch Roofing in Alaska or somewhere. So it's Top Notch Roofing CNY. And that phone number, they can ask questions.
Correct.
Talk to someone that actually will give them a straight answer. 920-7949, the big area code, 315-920-7949. Shawn Dupree, Top Notch Roofing. Thanks for being here.
He's going to be my guy. He'll be coming up in my bedroom.
He's riveting.
Not for the reasons you think, but for the leak.
I didn't.
All right. Shawn Dupree right there. Have a great rest of the day.